In September of 2015, Volkswagen stock dropped 23% in 2 trading days. And what happened next changed. Which cars regular Americans were allowed to feel safe buying for the next 10 years. By 2018, BMW had pulled every single diesel SUV out of North America. By 2019, Mercedes had quietly killed the BlueTec version of the M-Class. And the cars that survived, the Audi Q7 TDI, the X5 35D, the ML350 BlueTecs, they got dumped onto lease return lots and auction lanes at prices that made grown men flinch. The same thing happened to the V8 versions. 3 engines mainstream buyers were told would bankrupt them. 3 engines mainstream buyers ran from. But stay with me here, because the cars that destroyed German luxury resale value are now the smartest used buys in their entire class. And the people quietly buying them right now are not who you think. In a minute, I'm going to tell you about a single code, 4 characters long, that determines whether your next used Q7 is a $20,000 paperweight or a car that runs to 300,000 miles. I will show you why one of these SUVs has an extended warranty on the engine block, the crankshaft, the head, and the valve train, paid for by Volkswagen, that the average second-hand buyer does not even know they are entitled to. And by the end of this video, I'm going to explain why what you are about to learn is the same playbook professional flippers have been running quietly for 6 years, and they never told the public what they were doing. But first, you need to see how badly you have been lied to about the price. If you walk into a dealership today and ask for a 2015 BMW X5, the salesman steers you toward the gas 6-cylinder 35i. He tells you the diesel and the V8 are money pits. He quotes you a number, then offers you the diesel at what he calls a discount. Then you go home and pull the actual market data. A 2015 X5 35D trades for an average of $13,400 right now. The exact same year and trim in the gas. 35i, $13,150. The diesel costs more, not less. The V850i, the engine that allegedly destroys families, averages $13,300. Same money as the 6-cylinder. A 2014 Q7 TDI in premium, plus trim, retails for almost $2,000 more than the gas, 3.0T in the same trim. The 40 to 50% discount you have been promised on these cars, it is gone. It got arbitraged out by everyone who watched the first wave of Dieselgate bargain videos in 2017 and bought them. You are not the first person to figure this out. So if the discount is dead, why are people who know what they are doing still buying these cars right now in May 2026? Why am I making this video? Because the discount was never the prize. Here's the part that nobody on YouTube wants to tell you. While the public was panic selling these SUVs, 3 federal class action settlements were quietly fixing them. Volkswagen and Audi spent more than $33 billion cleaning up the diesel scandal, and a chunk of that money went into approved emissions modifications for the second-generation 3.0 TDI in the 2013 through 2015 Q7. 88,500 V6 TDI vehicles were in that class. Most of them got fixed, and the fix came with an extended warranty on the engine block, the crankshaft, the head, the camshaft, and the valve train, paid for by Volkswagen, transferable to the next owner, and most second-hand buyers do not even know it exists. BMW got hit too. The Bang versus BMW class action, final approval September 2018, forced BMW to cover oil consumption failures on the original N63 V8 for 10 years or 120,000 miles. Free batteries, up to $75 per oil change for 3 changes. Full engine replacement on a sliding scale if the customer care package work failed twice. Then a second class action got filed in 2021 covering the revised N63 TU engine in 2013 through 2019 cars. BMW kept paying, so the cars you're being warned away from, many of them have already had the expensive failure modes paid for by the manufacturer. You just have to know how to verify it. And that's where the 4-character secret comes in. The 3.0 TDI in the Audi Q7 came in 2 generations that look identical from the driver's seat. The 2009 through 2012 cars carry the engine code CATA, aluminum intake manifold, oil filter housing in the middle of the engine. The EPA ruled this engine could not practically be brought into compliance. Most of them were bought back and crushed. The ones still on the road slipped through the cracks. The 2013 through 2015 cars use the code CNRB. Plastic intake manifold, oil filter housing at the front edge of the engine. These are the cars that got the approved fix, and the Volkswagen paid extended warranty. Same badge on the trunk, different drivetrain underneath, $20,000 of long-term ownership costs separating them. If you don't know the difference, you cannot buy this car safely. And 99% of the people listing them on Facebook Marketplace right now have no idea which one they own. Now don't move, because the BMW story is worse. The X5 35D from 2009 to 2013 used the M57 engine, specifically the M57 D30 TU2 variant. Cast iron block, single turbo. One Bimmerfest owner has documented 254,000 miles on a 2012 X535D, driven in his own words like he stole it. 0 diesel-related failures. The 2014 through 2018 X535D uses the N57, aluminum block, variable geometry, turbo, different injectors, still durable, but it inherits a swirl flap, concern, and a glow plug. Snap-off issue. The older M57 doesn't have. If you blink and buy a 2014 thinking it's the same as a 2012, you're buying a different car. Mercedes did it too. The OM 642 diesel V6 in the ML350 BlueTec changed oil cooler seal material in 2010. The old seals are orange. The new ones are purple Vuitton. The orange seal cars leak. The purple seal cars mostly don't. A 2010 ML350 BlueTec is not the same vehicle as a 2009. Now, the V8s. Because this is where the story gets crazy. The original N63 V8 in BMW's X5 50i from 2008 to 2013 is the engine that earned the bad reputation. Valve stem seals, oil consumption, turbo failures, all real. But in 2013, BMW released the N63 TU, revised valve stem seals, oil catch can system, secondary coolant pump, different turbo cooling lines. The 2014 through 2018 X550i is a meaningfully different engine than the one your friend's cousin had problems with in 2011. Most buyers don't know that. Most sellers don't either. The Mercedes N2 778 V8 in the ML550 has a timing chain tensioner issue. But Mercedes published a service campaign tied to engine serial number. Engines built above serial number 278-900 got the revised tensioner from the factory. The engine serial is stamped on the cylinder head. A Mercedes dealer can pull the service history in 5 minutes. Walk in, Ask, decide in less time than it takes to drink a coffee. And here's the part I promised you at the start. There are professional buyers, people who do this for a living, who have been quietly running this exact playbook for the last 6 years. They buy the 2011 through 2013 X535D with the M57, the documented EGR cooler work, the clean emissions history. They buy the 2013 to 2015 Q7 TDI with the approved emissions modification completed, verified by VAGEN at Audi Dieselgate.com. They buy the post 2010 OM6 42 ML350. They sell them 6 months later to people who have no idea what those engine codes mean, for thousands more than they paid. That spread, that gap between what these cars are worth to someone who knows the codes and what they're worth to someone who doesn't, that's the gold mine. Not the price, not the panic, the information. The discount is gone. The information asymmetry isn't. And the people exploiting it right now are betting you'll never figure it out. So next time someone tells you to avoid a diesel German SUV, ask them to spell CNRB. Ask them what the engine serial cutoff is on the M278. Ask them which year Mercedes switched to purple Vitten seals. If they can't answer, they're not telling you anything. They're just repeating what they heard in 2017. And now you know more than they do.